2 new recruits were blindfolded and tasked with assembling a handgun. The requirement was to complete the assembly within 20 seconds. As soon as the instructor started the timer, both men quickly felt for the gun parts on the table. The man had prior training, so this test was no problem for him. He assembled a handgun in just 10 seconds. But he noticed there were still parts left on the table, so he started assembling a second one. Time flew by. The other recruit barely managed to assemble one handgun, while the man finished his second one. The instructor asked the man why he assembled 2 guns. The man explained that there were still parts on the table. The man's outstanding performance earned him the instructor's appreciation. Soon, the man moved on to real training. While the other recruits were practicing hand-to-hand combat, the instructor had a new idea. He approached the man and ordered him to punch him. The man threw a punch, and the instructor fell to the ground. As the man was puzzled, the instructor suddenly attacked. The recruit was knocked down and even started bleeding. The nighttime training was truly terrifying. The machine gunner fired real bullets, saying it was to simulate a real battlefield. The recruits had to crawl carefully, fearing they would be hit. However, one soldier stood up too early and was struck by a bullet. The recruit's eyes widened in shock. The instructor, with a headache, quickly sent someone to the hospital. The recruits were also frightened by what they had seen, but the instructor told them that this was just the beginning. The Special Forces had an annual death quota, not for combat, but for training. He would rather see the soldiers injured in training than dead on the battlefield tomorrow. Special Forces soldiers not only had to endure hardship but also needed qualified military cultural literacy. But for friends with low levels of education, there was no way. He could only regretfully withdraw. Looking at the note left by his friend, the man was even more determined to prove himself. He wanted to join the Special Forces. This time, the highest score was actually from this man. The instructor suspected he had cheated. Later, through a conversation, he learned that the man had undergone systematic training. The instructor was also very optimistic about the man and encouraged him with a handshake. But the selection was not over yet. Could the man pass the final selection and become a member of the Special Forces?